Okay guys, James Savage and Dan Murphy here from National Club Golfer. We're here at Reunion Resort in Orlando. Today we've been testing out the JPX Easy irons. First impressions on these are so far removed from previous JPX Easy irons that we've seen. Just you know, the shelf appeal is so much nicer than what we've seen before. We've got this really nice finish. They don't look like your stereotypical game improvement clubs, and that's something that we're seeing a lot more from brands across the board. Is, you know, high handicappers, they don't always just want to see something that's oversized and too chunky, and we're definitely getting it here with the JPX Easy. So we've got a JPX forged version and we've got the standard JPX Easy. These forged are forged with boron, so they can actually afford to keep that head size a little bit smaller, because the use of that boron means that they don't have to use so much of it, and they can keep it a little bit sleeker. And then this is the ordinary JPX here. So Dan hit some shots with them, I hit some shots with them, to see which worked best for us. I mean, I'm 17 handicap, Dan's a 3 handicap, so you might have an idea about which one's going to appeal most to either player. I found that with the JPX Easy, that when I hit them really nice out the middle, they felt superb. They felt like a really nice player's club. But I actually got a bit more consistency from the standard JPX. You can see there, it's got a really nice sort of like wide cavity there, slightly larger head size, and for the mid to high handicapper, I think that the JPX Easy standard model may suit you better. If you're a little bit better, you can hit the middle of the club a little bit more often, you might want to opt for the sleeker JPX Forge. Dan, how did you get on with them?
It's really nice to see when technology does what it's supposed to do. So I had a very open mind about these two irons, because Mizuno irons look so good. I had absolutely no problems at all using the slightly larger head, and I actually thought I might get on with that better. I got on with it fine, but what I found when I used the forged version was just simply an increase in consistency. I thought the sound for me was just that little bit crisper, but the difference for me was that it just went the same number shot after shot after shot. Really quite amazing, and it's a tribute to the way that Mizuno build their irons. With a larger version, just a little bit more inconsistent. I get one that was a little bit hotter and another that wouldn't quite fly so far. And I would personally just prefer the looks, I guess, of that slightly sleeker head. So for me, two great irons, but very clear for me which one I'd choose.
Yeah, and I think just touching on it again, going back to the shelf appeal of these clubs, they are so much nicer. There was nothing wrong with the previous JPX Easy irons. You might remember they had that black and orange design, but they did look a little bit like what you might expect from game improvement irons. Whereas these, I just don't think they're going to be turning away, even your single figure players, because they don't like the look of them. So I think you could use these from a low single figure handicapper up to your 20 plus handicapper. So there's a real wide range appeal there, and I think well done to Mizuno for giving them a bit more appeal.
This putt, and I'll only read it from two sides here. I read it from mainly behind the ball and the low side of the ball. So my first point of view that I